Statistician General Pali Lehohla. He joins us in our Pretoria studio. Good evening to you, Pali. Do you keep track of what's happening in other African countries, or was this leap, the enormity of it, something of a surprise to even you?
Not quite. I mean, Nigeria has been coming all along. We were aware that it hadn't rebased its economy since 1990. It was on a 1967 system of national accounts. It started moving towards 1993, and it has also complied with, in part, 2008 system of national accounts. So Nigeria has long been coming. It's not surprising that it has grown to the size it has grown. We saw that in Ghana, where we are invited to come and do a peer review, and many African countries want their rebasing peer reviewed in the light of the large jumps that occur in the economy. And over a period of 24 years, the economy structure changes, and from a measurement point of view, it is not that surprising.
Is there a sharing of knowledge and best practice across the continent? A lot of people find it incredible that given the changes that have taken place in Nigeria, this hasn't happened since 1990.
Yes, indeed. I mean, we share knowledge all the time. Minister Manuel, who has just been speaking now, convened us in 2006 in order to deal with matters of measurement of the population, and Nigeria was part of that grouping of countries. As well, there is the Africa group on national accounts, which includes Nigeria. All the 54 countries participate in this. There is the International Comparisons Program, which we will be releasing in May this year, which actually measures on a comparative basis the real economies of countries, the price levels, the welfare, and all kinds of statistics that relate to economy. And we'll be reporting on this for all countries.
There has been some concern in the past from some quarters about the quality of stats coming out of Africa. I don't think South Africa has ever been grouped in those concerns, but there was a prominent book, The Problem with Stats in Africa. Do you believe that our counterparts in Nigeria are following a really credible process, that these stats will be trusted and used to make important economic decisions?
Well, the group by Jeven Morton, Professor Morton, Poor Numbers, How Africa Misleads, African Statistics Mislead the World. We have dealt with that book. We even had a session in Botswana with Morton, where we demonstrated to him his book was a bunch of untruths in relation to measurement in Africa. So the African standards use the same international standards, the same global standards. The revisions are nothing new. We in South Africa also revise, but we revise at more regular intervals. The biggest revision that we had was in 1995, where the economy actually was revised upwards by 18%. So the whole thing about Africa's narrative not being true in its numbers is a bunch of Afro-pessimism. It doesn't mean, though, that statistics are not part of a required investment in Africa, but that book by Morton Jeven delivers nothing.
Very quickly, Paddy, if I can ask you, some people saying this is good news, some people it's not. What's your view?
I don't have views. I could only say that if Nigeria has applied the system of national accounts 1993 and 2008 and applied it to the letter, that's the only good news I know. Methods and standards. How big the economy, how small it is not part of measurement.
All right, thank you. Lovely chatting to you. South Africa's own Statistician General, Pali Lehohla.